because yes, it's been a fascinating battle. The Congress candidate she was mentioning is Amin Patel, who has been the incumbent there in that constituency, which is taking on from the Shiv Sena this time around. But the rest of the battle is already closed. The Congress tally is slipping further into the red. They were sitting at 44 down to 17. That's heartbreaking if you're in the Congress party. That's a crisis. That's not a defeat. That's a crisis for the Congress in Maharashtra. It will become a leadership crisis. We don't know what happens now. If Prithviraj Chavan himself loses his seat, Milind Deora is gone, Ashok Chavan is gone. They're in the opposition now, or in the other parties. It's a bit of a very serious headache for the Congress. Listen, let's be practical before I open my other guests, to my audience members. Sharad Pawar's tenure and a long and glorious tenure in Indian politics is in conclusion. He's done his bit. He's held some of the highest offices in the land, including Union Minister. Okay, so he's done his bit. The person in trouble is Supriya Sule. She'll have to now figure out what's next, and that option is either to go back to Ajit Pawar, stick on with the rump of a party, because the 15 MLAs that you see on the screen may go up and down, but those will not last with Sharad Pawar himself hangs up his boots. They need not last with Supriya. That will disappear. They'll either go with Ajit or join elsewhere. They will not last the 5 years. So she'll have to either join the Congress or even the BJP, or make amends with Ajit Pawar and accept that he's the party leader and live to fight another day. Perfectly fine. So Sharad Pawar is not the loser here. Okay, he's done it for 50-60 years. But definitely his era in Maratha politics is now concluded. Uddhav Thackeray is in the worst mind because his era has not concluded. His era was just about beginning. Aditya Thackeray's era has not even yet begun. That's a soup, and that's an ugly soup. Now, don't write anybody off in politics. I've seen political parties wiped down to zero and then come back and form governments. So don't write him off. Think of Rahul Gandhi struggling for all these 11 years, facing worst ever defeat, and still hanging on. So can he hang on? Yes, he can. But will those 18 MLAs stay with him, given the rout that has just happened? Difficult to say. When he had the majority and was CM, he couldn't keep the MLAs. So when he's lost it, will he be able to keep the MLAs? Difficult to say, probably unlikely. So he's facing worse trouble. So Maharashtra Congress is in a crisis. Supriya Sule is in trouble. She'll have to figure out things. It's very personal. Other members of the family will have to now patch up. They don't have an option now. Otherwise, they have to exit politics for the next few years. But Uddhav Thackeray and Aditya Thackeray are in the biggest bind because they can't go to Sharad Pawar to solve their problem because he himself is finished. They can't hope on the Congress piggyback somewhere. That's finished. So they are now alone. And being alone in this case is a bad show. That's the troubling fact. So that's how it has played out. That's the reality check. Let's open this up and let me try to get in Jasmine Sandawale joining us on the broadcast. You've been listening